So, welcome again to episode 2 of the Business Battles. I'm back with Jack again. We've got some great stuff to talk about, right? And we're going to dive into the depths of the running costs of minding his business first. Obviously, we've had loads of messages of other businesses who would like us to stand for them as well, and obviously give an insight to what people are going through more so. So let's start off, Jack. We've got I've written my costs down because, to be honest with you, loads of them I forget, and I've highlighted some of the costs that I just you do totally forget until I've did year end. Obviously, a couple of days ago, I still can't believe some of the stuff I pay for that I forget. Because, mate, there's a couple of holidays in there. Do you know what I mean? There's a couple of holidays in there. Let's do one of the highlighted ones, right? You've got a bigger bill than me in this, so this is me. Right, so, toilet rolls. Oh. Mate, you
high protein diet.
The thing is, everyone waits to come for a shake.
We're fucked in
pre-workout.
Yes, because it's first thing in the morning. Well, they've left the house, they're straight in the car, pre-workouts down.
Coffee, yeah,
that's
you know what I mean? They come in, they don't even set you, and you know you're going to get into a mess. Anyway, we were talking before. Right, I go nuts with the staff in here, right? Because they put make you go in and take it now like a bowling alley.
Well, I was a lovely triangles. Mine's they're just everywhere. So you probably do a few kick ups as you're doing. And I'll go and say, why's the 14 toilet rolls in the toilet? Just in case people will run out and but they're not going to run out when they've got 3 months worth. I mean, they've got 3 hours worth in there. There's 14 rolls. So I'm like, look, and they must think he's a tight horse, him. And I'm like, but look, man. So my cousin's a tight horse.
Mate, I think they're hoisting them. I think people are pinching them because they're now expensive.
No, seriously, because my gym's full of students. They've got to be pinching.
Well, they will be.
They have to be pinching.
Well, mate, they've got every penny, every little helps. But right, so this was.
How much was your toilet roll bill?
Yeah. My toilet roll bill, but bear in mind, mate, I've lost receipts because I'm shit with receipts.
Same.
But on the year end there, right, £440
on toilet rolls.
For people to have a shit. Well, obviously I'm the girls to do that. But mate, that's nuts, man. Mate, it's over Holland when I'm in Gran Canaria for a week with that, you know what I mean? And I was like, right, so then, because nobody, that's probably the one that nobody understands or nobody thinks about, but it is. I mean, what's yours?
£12 a week.
What, your £12 a week was?
On toilet rolls. So see, that's 12 by 52.
It's good.
624. 624. So a little bit more. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
There's the posh stuff though.
Well,
so no, it's really nice.
Good. Mine's Costco.
Yours is Costco. So this is the Jack's from Tesco. So it's like Tesco's brand, right. But it's not like Happy Shopper job. You know, it's pleasant. I see why it gets pitched.
Well, that's it. What a feeling in the
this is nice.
This is anyway. That's right. And then I've got obviously, the one for me that I still obviously I'm plenty of years in business. The one for me that winds us up the most, right, is business rates, right? So when I had this conversation with...
So because you've got a business...
Aye.
Well, let's explain what business rates are, because some people might know they are. Business rates are council tax for businesses. However, incorporated in your council tax for your home, you will contribute to the fire brigade, the police service, social services, schools, etc., etc. The infrastructure of your town or city.
Yeah, okay. Bins and shit as well.
Yeah, bins. You get your bins collected.
Yes.
There's and you get also a breakdown on every year when you get sent your bill of the percentage of your bill and where it's distributed to. Okay, accept that, part of society. That's how it goes. Business rates, you let for my case, Newcastle City Council know you've started a business with a premises. You must have loads of money.
Oh, yeah.
So they come across and they'll give you a bill, annual bill, and they'll tell you it's discounted, so you're getting a rate relief.
So you feel great.
You feel great, yeah, but you still have to pay thousands of pounds a year to the council.
Yes.
And we don't know where that money goes. There's no clarification on what that payment is. What does it go towards?
Because it doesn't go towards anything. I asked the woman on the phone.
But just because you have a business and you've opened the doors, doesn't make you a wealthy business that you can just afford to just hand out thousands of pounds a year to the local council.
Yes. So what she said to me was, I says, oh look, because I said, what do I get? Because I was like, well, it's a bill, so what do I get? There must be something underlying, like, is it some sort of insurance or is it like, I don't know. So when I spoke to her, she says, well, it's like tax. And I said,
I get that. I says, you send us the bill.
I says, well, I laughed because I thought, another tax, right? Because we get like loads of taxes.
But then I says, I know, but what do you mean, like tax on what, like on what though?
What am I getting taxed on? Because it's not on turnover, it's not on profit, it's not. It's nothing. It's based on the square footage of the premises.
Yes, exactly. So the size of it, and this is another point we'll make.
Because I'm a gym, so I can't.
I need to be bigger than an office.
Bigger than an office.
She goes, yeah, well, it's like. So I says, right, well, tax. I says, right, okay. I says, but I pay tax on the money I make from the business. She was like, oh yeah, but it's like your business premises tax. And I went,
well, so how do I have where am I going to run the gym from?
So then that's a bill that would never go away in that case. So anyway, mate, so obviously I pay £650 per month.
Yeah, so nigh on exactly the same. Yeah.
So people, go based on our square footage, because you can't, and this goes to like someone, I want to pick an accountant because they have an office.
Yes.
They'll get full business relief on their office.
Yep.
Right?
They'll turn over more than us.
That's what I'm saying.
So they'll have 4 people in an office. Yep. Let's say they all bill 100 grand a year each. Yep. The turnover cumulatively £400,000 amongst those 4 people, which is quite comfortable to be doing in an office the size of this.
Yes.
But they'll pay no business rates.
Yes, they don't pay rates. They get like help.
You open a gym, which you need square footage for.
With less turnover, less profit, less
margin, less everything.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. So again, that's another bill that people wouldn't understand. And then we've got bins. That's a good one.
Because although you pay the council the business rates tax, they won't pick your bin up.
No, you still got to pay them.
You still got to pay them.
And mate, when you don't pay it, they don't come, because I've had a few pile-ups. But mate, the thing is, we pay. I think we paid because we paid for 2. Because I had one when I was ordering the sizes. Yeah. I'm thinking, well, how much is 150 litres? I'm thinking, right. So I goes, well, look, I'll go for the middle one, because that was about 50, 60 quid a month. When they brought it, mate, obviously it's going to last 2 days. Do you know what I mean? And this is only every 2 weeks we get picked up as well, by the way. So you're saying it was say 75 quid a month, but that's only 2 pickups. So when you look, they said that was when they break it down, it's like obviously £35 per time that bin gets tipped in, which is insane, really.
And
what do you think? And the whole estate uses my bin. Do you know what I mean? Because I've got like chairs in there, I've got all, but it is what it is.
But I'm not a tree hugger, but I would like to recycle, because all I have is a lot of plastic cups, a lot of plastic bottles, and a lot of cans. But I can't even afford to do that, because I'd like to recycle, but I can't, because I'd have to be charged again for a second bit.
Exactly. So there's another one where we'll get smacked on the bum. Right, so we've got music licence, that's the belt. So I'll tell that story. Go on, you go first.
Well, we both had them.
I love them, all right. Would be as rich as Madonna.
So the music license is really interesting. So you pay for Spotify and you pay for SoundCloud. Yeah. Okay, right. So to play music.
Yeah. Anywhere you like.
And you could put a speaker on and walk around Northumberland Street with it.
Yeah.
No problem.
You pay that. Yeah.
You open a business and you start to play music. Mm-hmm. Well, this company PRS and PPL,
that's the ones.
They want music from you. Sorry, they want money from you.
The cut
for paying music. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, how does this work? Like I said, because I'm playing at Calvin Harris, right? Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah. And I'm playing, and the streams are happening, so Calvin's getting paid off Spotify.
Yes.
But they went, oh, well, we support all musicians. Mm-hmm. But Dave and his dog, who plays in Whitley Bay in a pub on a Friday night, why am I supporting Dave and his dog who plays in a pub on a Friday night? Mm-hmm. So anyway, so I bought this non-licensed music, right?
One year M&S.
In the lift music, right? But I just had a subscription to that, and that was like 12 quid a month. I thought that'll get me off. So I sent them an email saying, oh no, I'm only playing this music. Anyway, this bloke, I could see him, I cropped him at the desk when the desk was downstairs. He had a suit on and everything. Oh shit. I ran the fucking iPad and trying to
turn Dr. off.
Trying to turn 50 cents off. Trying to get this royalty free music on, I bang it on. Hey mate, yes. I'm not the business owner. Yeah. No, it's working. It's working. The business owner's really rich. He's on holiday.
More loaded.
He's loaded. I guess I've got away with that one. Mm-hmm. Anyway, 2 weeks later, comes back in. He goes, "Hey, just me again. I'm just fucking here." I says, "Oh." Anyway, he goes, "Well, I sent someone in last week, and you were playing Calvin Harris and Rehab."
Who?
No, that's me. I says,
he was upstairs. Man.
I says, "Well, that's what I said."
Calvin Harris was upstairs.
No, there's a barber above the gym reception desk. I was like, "Oh, I must have come. I must have picked it up from the barber." It's not come from the gym, mate. So, that's about £150 a quarter, something like that, I think.
Well, it's nuts. So when they come here, right, obviously the bloke, bless him, right, he was well...
You can see him a mile off as well, though, you know where he's from.
Well, Jack mine was about 85. I thought it was a laugh. I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a joke. So when he come in, he goes, "Oh, look, I'm here from... All right, I have heard about you, because I have heard of businesses paying it." And then he goes, "All right, okay, so can I have a look around?" So obviously with this gym having like 8 rooms, what does it matter? Have a look, mate, go and have a walk around. So then he comes back, oh, right, you've got a few music systems in. Yeah, we've got loads of rooms, so obviously we've got... So he goes, oh yeah, so based on, like, you know, the area of entertainment and stuff, the space that you can entertain, you'll be looking at about $4,500. I says, all right, mate, that's fine, but I'll not be paying that. So I says, I'll just take all the music systems out and I'll sing. I says, I'll just sing to them all. And then he was like, well, I know, but you know, you've got to... So anyway, once we got the like shit out of the way, because I was very angry, I says, right, so what do we do, mate? I says, what do we do? Because obviously you come here...
You want some money from it.
So I tell you what, if you pay, right, mate, so he gets his big book out this thick because it's about licensing and all the acts of this and laws. So he gets them out, he goes, right, if you pay £600 one-off payment, right, he says, that'll be it. Right, pay that money every year and then...
Yeah, it was about 150 quid a quarter then. Yeah, perfect time, so 150 bar a quarter. Yeah.
But I says, right, but mate, what? I says, so I'm looking at the lady, I've seen on his little sheet, PRS, PPL. Yeah. So I says...
But what are they?
Oh, well, I'll tell you what they are, mate, ready? So he goes, right, so your PRS licence is for playing the music, right? The actual sound.
That is just a privilege of projecting music.
That, yeah, that's right. So I says, right, and then he goes, the PRS, or the PPL, one of them, he goes, that's royalties for the singers. I says,
right. Calvin Harris?
You know, mate, well, we were blasting Robbie Williams and seeing John, mate.
I'm going to see him this year on the tour.
Oh, mate, see. And then I goes, right, so how do you know who to pay?
Yeah.
Do I need to send a list? I'll have to send you a list of one or two of who's. He goes, well, you know, it isn't really arrogance. Well, no, but how do you know to pay? Who you going to pay the royalties to? Because if you're paying someone that doesn't deserve the... Do you know what I mean?
Because if you're not playing Dave and his dog's music down the pub in Whitley Bay on a Friday night, why is he getting a few quid out of me?
So anyway, I knew it was a scam. So I says, right, okay, mate. So anyway, you had to get paid. So because, you know, you got to get him away. So that was another one of them smacky bots. Right, okay, let's go through some quick ones, right. So...
I've had a lot of smacky bots.
Well, these are all going to smack all bots. Right, but this is going to make us feel terrible, by the way, right?
I already do.
So obviously, you've got your rent, your mortgage. You're looking enough to have a mortgage. I can't afford my mortgage here, mate, so I have to rent, right? So I paid... what I paid was, though, mate, this is funny. So when we did year ends and stuff, and my accountant sat with us, he says, right, do you want some good news? I says, is it really good news or not? Yeah. It wasn't good news. Anyway, but he goes... Well, it's not really good news, but he says, like, better news would be if you bought your building. I says, right, so give us the shit news then, mate. Yeah. So he goes, over the 10, this was 5 years ago, so he goes, so you've rented the gym for 10 years now, you've paid like £360,000 in rent. I goes, right.
What's the building value?
You could have, he says, you probably could have bought it for that. I says, well, mate, that doesn't make us feel any better at all.
So like,
thanks for that, I says, she would like, all right. Anyway, so I thought, right, okay. So I thought, right, I've got to try and buy this. Anyway, my landlord's good, he is good. So he's ready to sell me this anytime. Jack, I can't get the...
Well, no, the business can't do... No, because the business doesn't profit enough. Never mind the deposit. Never mind to show the sustainability of the payment.
So, commercial property deposits, 40%.
Yeah, so when I bought mine, it was 30, yeah.
Was it? Yeah. So, mate, 40... So, obviously, recently they said... So obviously the value, because business premises, because they're so big, you know, and you're probably looking at £500,000 quid, don't you?
And I understand mitigating risk, but you're the tenant. Yeah, so it's business owner, led.
Yeah, exactly.
And for 10 years, I've paid that. Fine. And so, do you see what I mean? Like, there has to be a human that has to have come into that equation there and go, well, actually, the business wants to buy the building, it's business owner operated, and they've been there 10 years. And they've paid the rent on time for 10 years.
Yeah, because the landlord can do that to re-mortgage his business if we're a tenant.
Yes.
So why can't we do that in Gandalf? Anyway, so, you know, it's big money. So per month, you know, you're looking at 2,800 quid a month for me here now, which is cheap. It's all right, but I mean, we're in a rural area. It's not like any near.
You're not on a street. You're not on a high street front.
There's no buses.
There's no walking trade. Yeah.
No, you know what I mean. So it's a big cost. Then obviously electricity. Obviously, same as you.
Same, just over £1,000 a month.
£1,000 a month, right? So there's another bill. So yours, mate. Yours is way more than me in terms of your mortgage, wasn't it? So your
mortgage is double. It's double what you pay.
Exactly. And then you got even just them couple of bills.
Then I've got to insure the building.
Yeah,
because yours is covered in your rent. But I'll have to insure. I've got to insure the building.
So even them little bills there make you well into like $5-6 grand, which is like before you even turn the light on. Do you know what I mean?
If you said £1,000 a month for the electric, which is literally pretty much ours. It's a little bit more sometimes, there or thereabouts. But for argument's sake, you divide that by an average of £30 to £40 a month gym membership. How many gym members that month alone do you need just to turn the lights on?
Exactly. Well, just turn the lights on. So £1,000, how many members? It's easy to work out for people who's watching. Well, again, because right. So then we've got this one's another belter. So I should have highlighted that. So I told you about this last week. Rainwater.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to really.
What a laugh about this one, didn't we? So, by the way, they're not getting paid, so if they're watching, they're not getting paid.
They're not getting paid. Right?
You are fucking no chance. This is
There's
bullshit.
a long list.
Yeah. You're bottom underneath the bin shit. I rainwater goes, mate, I can't look. I says, but this company, by the way, they were providing us with internet. So I can't. You know what I mean? Well, right. I says, for one, who are you? Then there was 6 different names, mate, because what they do is they bump the company and then they reopen, and then obviously this was a company of a company of a company of a company. All went bust, but they've now opened under this name. Anyway, he's chasing me for 1,200 quid for the year, right? He goes, yeah, mate, try rainwater. I goes, rainwater? What do you think I'm fucking doing? Gathering the fuck around Burnham Field and running home with it, like. I says, mate, man, what? I says, look, explain to me what this is. Obviously, my patience is not the best anyway, dealing with like nuggets like this person. So he goes, oh yeah, everyone pays it. You know, it's the surface water that hits your roof, goes into your drain. You got that, comes down into your drain. So, mate, I was outside going on the whole building. I've never seen a drain around here. I'm like, look, I have no drains. I went, listen, mate, got him back on the phone. I says, mate, no drains here. Yeah, but it's what happens when the water goes in the floor. I says, mate, you're my life. I says, when it goes on the floor, do you know what happens when it goes on the floor? I says, what do you do? You send little tunnel wraps under the gun. Right, hold on, left, right, we'll have to guide this down to mate, nuts. Anyway, 1,200 quid a year rainwater. Obviously they're not getting, but it's there, I'll probably go to jail for it, but it's there, I'll go to jail.
I'll visit you.
You're going to jail.
That story about the PPL and whatever it is totally made up. It's just for entertainment purposes. Can I please clarify that?
I wouldn't come and get us. So, right, part testing, fire extinguishers, cleaning materials, big one.
Big one.
Wages, you know, which I don't begrudge paying, you need your staff, right? But it's a shame that they can't be paid more through the...
That's the biggest gripe for me, because the staff should be paid more.
Yes,
but it's physically impossible with the taxes that we're discussing that are involved.
And on that point, right, mate, let's just address the fact that the way this is working, okay, as you can see what we've covered here in costs, right, always comes back to the boss looking like the bad guy, right, mate? What we've just said. All them costs, right, because I would love to pay them more, because they are worth more than what they get paid. But, mate, it's not there. So, like, all it would mean is I'm going to run the whole joint for nothing. Everyone's going to make money. Everyone's getting paid. All these people are getting paid.
You're the person that takes all the risk.
Yeah, gets less.
Which doesn't make sense.
It doesn't, mate, so, you know. And again, yeah, go on.
You've got loads on here. So, maintenance of equipment, every cable that snaps, every treadmill that goes, all that's huge.
It is.
Obviously, your tax. Gotta love walk here.
Yeah.
The VAT is really interesting, value added tax. Now, that is a gripe of mine across society for everybody here, not just small business. So a lot of you will be pay as you earn. So when you're at the end of the month, your business or the company you work for will pay you, and that'll be after tax. So what you've got left with your money, that monthly payment, you've already paid your income tax on.
Yep.
You've then got to pay your council tax, your road tax.
Yes.
You want to buy a house, let's pay some stamp duty tax. Your parents die, they might want to leave you something, we're going to pay some death duty tax.
Yeah.
Yep. So we've got all of these things. But the biggest thing that most people don't understand is everything that they buy has got 20% tax on it.
Anyway.
20% the government, 20% the government. For this watch, 20% the government. For this phone, 20% the government. That microphone, 20% the government. Table, 20% the government. That light, 20% the government. That television, 20% the government. You know, lovely plan, Paul. Do you want to give fucking Keir Starmer 20%? 20% of everything that you buy goes to the government.
Yeah.
Now, with small business, you've got a threshold of £85,000 a year. Once your business has brought in
your turnover.
Brought in, not profited, turned over £85,000, you go on to VAT. Now, in our case, in a gym, there's a specific kind of benefit where you can claim you're only going to be charged 8.5%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, we're getting told off on the ticking time bomb again. Right, pause it. We're going a bit longer. So this is important. So you get charged 8.5%.
Yes.
Per every little bit of penny that comes, every single penny that comes to the bill, 8.5% has to go to the government.
Yeah.
But once you get past a certain point of that again, it goes to 20%.
Yes.
Two things with that. One, why we have to burden that cost. So, for example, when we went to the 8.5%, I swallowed that cost.
Yes, you did.
I tried to increase the prices for new customers, but the legacy pricing remained the same.
Yeah.
So I took that 8.5%. So if we were making £100, we're now not. We're now making £92.50.
Yep.
91.50, whatever.
So, Jack, you've got 20% tax.
Yeah.
Then you've got your 8.5%, wasn't it, or 8.6% VAT?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So,
but I've lost that now.
Exactly.
And I've still swallowed it.
Yes.
So
the 8.5% though, mate, to people that aren't clear about that, so your VAT 8.5%.
That just goes to government.
Yes. So what can you claim? What can you offset against that?
Well, the government have said you can only claim £2,000 if it's a £2,000 purchase or more. You could claim 20% back.
So let's say you bought a machine that would bring into that.
But we don't buy machines. All our machines are bought.
Yes, and you can't afford.
I can't afford to buy new ones because I'm paying.
So
all this money to
basically,
the
you're
government.
giving away 8.5% for nothing. Really.
Well, now I'm giving away 20% because we've went past the threshold that you're allowed for 8.5%. So now we're in the 20% margin that I've had to swallow again. So when we first opened, I was 20% better off.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now I'm having to pay the legacy customers. That price hasn't been passed on to them. So theoretically, someone that's paying £30 should now be paying, regardless of inflation, should be charged £36 because that £6 should just be going straight to that man, and I should be left with the 30. But if I communicate that to them, all I know, fine fact, is termination request.
Yes.
However, not just gyms, your council tax, your water bills, your broadband, your Sky Television, every other company, your Netflix, every other company in the Sun lets you know every year, just to let you know it's going up by this percentage.
And they do it, yeah.
And they do it. And no one rings them,
No, you don't. You don't.
If I were to do it and explain why, I'd be called a greedy businessman. I'd just be called a greedy. Be called greedy, even though
Commercial gyms do it.
Yeah, they do it. Yeah, they'll go from £24.99 to £30.
Yeah. They clear it up everywhere. There's two.
But they can afford to pay their VAT bills because of the amount. Because they've got a bigger venue, they're able then to bring in more memberships and have a lot of sleeping members and members that don't attend.
Yes.
That's slightly different. But yeah, the VAT, why a value-added tax is I get if you're buying a supercar, right? Well, fair enough, right? But go to the gym.
Yeah.
What's the value-added tax in that?
Nah, there's not. Mate, Stripe. So for us to take money, because obviously now everything's going contactless and all that shit. For us to take money through our Stripe apps, which makes it easy for the customers to book in and all that type of thing.
It makes it easy for us.
It does. It makes it a little bit easier, but we pay for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So obviously you just showed me one of your bills, which is nuts how much you've got to pay. Obviously I'm paying, I think mine's always the same, I think. Isn't it the same or is it more? Well, it's roughly £200 a month for me. But that £200 a month, right, is just for them to take money from me to then give it to me. That's it. So like, for them to take the money, it then goes into the same account that it was anyway. So basically for them to handle it. Yeah. That's what I'm paying for, which is another added.
So £2,500 a year.
But for like the same, and again, Jack, for us, it's extra members that we've got to get.
But we can't get them because we're feeling back to last week. We can't get our voice out there.
Yeah.
And this it's not a sob story. It's just I think what we're trying to explain is the breakdown in pricing of why you're independent. Doesn't matter who, will always charge more than a national chain or a national supplier because they have to incur these costs themselves and they don't have the volume of sales in order to be able to swallow it.
No.
You know,
so you can't, mate, that's it. So we've run through. I mean, we haven't even run through all the costs, but
like,
as you can see, though,
we've highlighted a few important things.
Well, yeah, and I'm happy to discuss it on the podcast, mate.
But the VAT has to be recognised. Like, please understand, 20% of your gym membership. It's going. I'm just collecting it on behalf of the government.
Yeah.
I do not see that money because I can't claim anything back because
there's nothing to buy.
There's nothing to buy.
Yeah.
Substantial enough.
Yeah,
and
exactly. See, it's fine for people like
that kills us.
God, well, mate, because it only works for the people that buy and sell, doesn't it?
Yes.
Because you buy and sell, so you can claim the VAT on that what you bought, then you sell it. You know, that's why it's only. It shouldn't be in a business like ours. I don't think. Obviously, we've covered a lot of them, and again, for what I was going to say before is. For this gym to stay open, right? Obviously, Lois manages the gym. She knows all the costs. For this gym to stay open, right, to pay everybody and the bills to stay open without me taking a penny, is £10,500 a month.
Seems right. Just
10, is it,
just a little bit.
And that's for people to know, right? So we've got.
That's really weird.
10,500. 10.5 grand, mate.
Divide that by £30 to £35 a month.
But obviously we work as well. Do you know what I mean? That's without us taking money.
No. That's break even.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not our wage.
That's not including
I don't get
my wage.
I'm a personal trainer. I'm a personal trainer. You see me in the gym floor. You'll see me in the gym floor.
So we're talking about this before, weren't we? Like, obviously, costs and stuff are ridiculous. Everyone's going to agree with that. But if you could take away a positive from owning a gym, we were saying before that, you know, it's opened up that you can have online platforms in a way. You can coach online and give you that better experience. So, yes, paying a load of money every month is a pain in the backside. Completely agree. What are the positives of owning a business?
Right, for me,
at the moment,
obviously, me and Jack, it's instilled in us with bodybuilding. We love training. It's great for us upstairs. We wouldn't change what we do. So, like, the point of it is obviously that's the negative. But everyone's got costs. So obviously we just wanted to make people aware of how big the costs are.
I think it's the taxes that are, it's the underlying taxes.
Yeah.
That's
So
not just your profit tax. It's the every other tax, the business.
So the benefits you're on about, aren't you?
So, yeah,
the best positive about owning. Well, I love the people. I couldn't probably own a business now that doesn't involve the people, because it's, you know, I love the customers, because you meet people, and you know, we've got people that we speak to. I mean, when they've been in your life 15 years, they're a big part of your life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think.
And they've seen us change and have grow as well.
Yeah, they do, man. It is, and together you grow. Do you know what I mean? Like they've grew in
you
confidence.
go through babies, marriages.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So people got
school,
and then their kids, you see them going to being teenagers, and that's what I love the most. That's what I love the most, and. Me and him will always fight it. We'll always fight it, and we'll try our best. This is just obviously, it's just how hard it is for us still, and it's getting harder. So, again, the point we're making is obviously just it's difficult for us. Cause
you just want the customers to understand the cost.
Yes, we just want people to understand that we're all trying everything we can, genuinely. You know what I mean? And don't cry, George, tissues.
No, it's a fucking tax, man.
It is. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to wrap episode 2 up with that. Obviously, we've got a great topic next week to talk about as well. We have got a load of requests we didn't cover, sorry. We apologise to the people that asked us to pipe up for them on some of their struggles as well, which we're going to definitely cover for you. 100% we're going to cover them for you next week. We'll do a full episode on covering your small businesses.
Q&A.
So just get people to get in touch, and if there's any costs that we haven't covered today, let us know your costs.
A big one is everyone knows someone that's got a business.
Yes.
Yeah.
What I think the biggest take home for me that I want to come from this conversation is we need to start having a conversation. And I think that's really important in making awareness.
And actually genuinely supporting other businesses.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Actually taking action, doing it. You know, like everyone who's got a friend that owns a business.
That's what I'm saying.
Know, if you've got a friend that's a hairdresser, you use
a dog groomer, a hairdresser, a childminder, joiner, roofer, beautician, you name. Just go through it. You will have someone within your immediate circle that has a business and that faces these daily battles every single day.
Exactly.
So please explore it with them and try and understand it more.
It's that old saying, isn't it, where it's like if you shop in Tesco or Asda, you know, you're paying the big corporate people, but if you visit your local shop, you're paying for their child's swimming lessons. You know,
that's how people should look at it. People need to look at it that way. So they need to look at it like, look, you're not going, because people's first instinct is, I'm not giving him money because he's already minted, and it's like that's how they look at it. It's jealous. A lot of it's jealousy in a fashion, right? Which it's not a good trait, and it's like they don't want to support someone that is doing well in that. What they think is well, because they think you're just millionaires that we've already covered. But it's like, look, I'd go and support them in terms of you keeping this community in the mix, you're keeping it alive. Because again, I always say,
it's just gonna be
once we're gone, you see it now, the Metro Centre. I mean, the Metro Centre of all places in the northeast was obviously one of the biggest places in Europe.
But no, it is the biggest indoor. Well, I don't know about occupied shop, but it is the biggest indoor shopping centre.
And like you walk around now, and every other shop is shut.
And it's your small businesses. So down the end where the cinema is and where Metroland was, it's those ones, isn't it? Like they're closing, but now they're turning them spaces into big restaurants, chains.
I mean, you've got 2 Nando's in there. The restaurant business. So you've got.
There must be about 3 or 4 breaks in there.
I know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? McDonald's. They're all doubling up. And it's just, that's what's happening. Like that what we said, that game of battleships, whatever it is, when you boom, they're just blocking us all out.
Yeah.
And then they'll take over, and then once they're all in charge, the prices will go up, and then you'll be sick.
And
like you're paying the big prices. Yeah. So right, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you very much for watching. Like I said, we'll get back in touch next week for episode 3. Thank you very much for watching, guys.
I'll not cry.